Welcome to the 195th edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic. Again, I am Tiger Height.
I like the setup. It's a little bit nicer this time.
Yeah, so Peanut Gallery has his own dedicated camera. He's had it for a while, so don't add us about the correction. I'll take care of that later. But let's get into the show. We have a few things to cover because we missed last week due to more pressing matters. So we're going to get drama double. This was what everybody wanted, right? Everybody was saying that this was a dream match for Gunther was to face Goldberg.
Right.
Goldberg is now facing Gunther, and people are bitching about it. And it's not even just that. It's a Saturday night's main event. This is a non-canon show.
Well, it still is an important show, but
it's a non-canon show. You could say the Greatest Royal Rumble and the first Crown Jewel were also very important shows, but they were non-canon shows.
Right. Well, although these are still storyline related shows. They are still storyline driven shows. It's just an excuse for WWE to put out more pay-per-views, except this one is on pre-television.
Right. So it's on pay-per-view. That by its actual definition.
No, I mean it's supposed to be a premium live event sort of feel to it.
Right. I just don't understand the hate for it. It's like people.
You're literally given what you want.
Right. It's in Atlanta. This should not be surprising to anybody.
Right.
He wants one more match. I'm sure he has a contract for one more match.
Yes.
And they're like, this is a big match that we can do for Goldberg for his final match in Atlanta. We all need to chill. Gunther's going to win. Okay. And
he might not win. Who knows?
If Goldberg wins, that would be insanity.
Yeah, but it's his retirement match.
Yeah,
so I doubt that. I think he just again. This is probably one of those John Cena situations where he wants to do this.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you're facing somebody that everybody wants to face in a match in Atlanta. This is literally where he got his career started. Was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So people just complained about it. I'm like, I just don't get it.
No, I don't get it either.
It's so weird. All right. The BJ Bethel dipshit, the SE Scoops guy, who made up that just absolutely no nonsense number regarding the max numbers for AEW. This was a direct tweet of his. These were his sources. Number one, Tony Khan himself said he has no idea where the max numbers are. Right. He has no idea.
Right.
Dave Meltzer has said about that. And apparently, someone at Warner Brothers Discovery on Blue Sky confirmed it. Are you a retard?
Yes.
Like, that is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. Tony Khan has no idea. Dave Meltzer is just a liar. He's a perpetual liar.
Dave Meltzer is not even a journalist.
Right. And then somebody from Blue Sky.
Yeah, because you believe everything you read on the internet. Right.
Twitter Light.
Right.
If anybody takes this guy seriously at this point, you should not have a job.
Right. Because
you just do not have the mental capacity to sit there and just say, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And for a guy who's getting his sources from Blue Sky, this was a tweet.
Yeah.
Not a Blue Sky. This was on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. So I just wanted to point that out because I've told you guys it was fake. It was all fake. Those numbers are lies. The pipe bomb.
People are reading way too much into this shit.
I know. So the pipe bomb, it was a good promo. I listened to it. It was really good. And we know where it came from. But people were saying that this one had more impact than the Punk one 14 years ago. Number one, that happened 14 years ago. Let's just make everybody feel old. Number two, keep in mind of when these promos happen.
Right.
This current era of WWE, they're working with everybody. They're just name-dropping people. They're mentioning their pasts a lot more. It's becoming more fluid.
Right.
CM Punk's promo was so different because of the era. There was no AEW.
Right.
There was not even a speck of AEW yet. New Japan, it was starting to get its ground in the United States, but it didn't really get that oomph yet. It really didn't get there until like 2016, 2017. And also, the McMahon regime was in control. If you weren't working for WWE, might as well not even work in wrestling at that time. Mm-hmm. So CM Punk dropping names that weren't there anymore, talking about like that fourth wall break. That's why that was that crazy deal. It was very different. Cena's was good, but Punk's had more impact on wrestling. I just wanted to point that out. It was so good, though. Blake Monroe. Okay, yes, I misspoke. I thought it was named after her nephew. No, it was her niece. Yes. So that was my fault. I even admitted that was my fault. I actually thought the backlash was going to be a lot worse than it was.
It kind of died down pretty quickly.
Yeah, people were like, it's fine. I guess it's because, she's the one who actually...
That's a running theme with names these days is that if they need to have a rename, then they can pretty much choose it.
I mean, I think it's a fine name. Yeah. I mean, maybe something for her name I think would have been better. I think you pulled out Mariah Blake. I think that would have been really cool. Mm-hmm. But, Blake Monroe's fine. It's not the best name in the world. I understand the family heritage because she's like obsessed with her niece. Mm-hmm. But, it's fine. Totally fine. Mercedes Moné. So the steak has been a running theme and we actually got stuff. Did I talk about this last week?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. We didn't get it this week, though. I'm disappointed about that.
That's weird.
Oh, yeah. Tony Khan did a weird live video because he was at a music festival.
Oh, I heard a few of those.
Yeah.
Well, I heard about them from other people.
So he did an interview with a French reporter, and he just made shit up. But people were trying to use this video as a shield to not put anything disparaging about Tony Khan. My criticisms of Tony Khan, other than jokes, were never about Tony Khan as a person.
Right. It's only about him as a wrestling promoter, which he does a very poor job doing.
Exactly. And also, dude, your dad is a billionaire, and your camera quality is dog shit. You are on your dad's boat. You would think it would have, like, a decent Wi-Fi connection because this thing was filmed, I swear to God, on a potato.
It probably was filmed on a potato.
It literally was a russet potato. Mercedes Hogan has captured another title.
Yay,
and other than NXT's women's division, what women's division has benefited from Mercedes being their champion? I want you to name me one promotion that has benefited business-wise for Mercedes Moné being their champion.
There is none. Spoiler alert.
None. Zero. She has been on the indies since January because her debut was at Wrestle Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Nobody gave a shit about the Women's Strong, the New Japan Women's Strong champion, even when Mercedes was that champion. The TBS champion might as well just be a decoration. Actually, most of these titles might as well be a decoration.
Yeah, because she's just going to steal them all.
And she's just going to steal them all. She's probably going to be taking the AEW Women's World Champion as well. Yep. I'm not going to, say for sure she will. But
you're given about a 90% chance that
if I was
come out on top.
We live in Vegas. If I went to the casino and put down some money if Mercedes Moné was going to win the AEW Women's World Champion, I would probably put $1,000 down on yes.
And then probably lose money because she was actually going to win. Or no, win money because it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Anyways.
You're such an idiot.
Well, I don't know what the over-unders are for that, so.
Well, we wouldn't know that because it's a scripted event.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't bet on something like that. But I would put down money that she would win the title because she's probably going to win the title.
Yeah.
The match itself was bad. People try their best to make everything about because she's a woman, because she's black, because that.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just because she's a bad wrestler.
She's not just a bad wrestler. She's a bad person.
That's true, too.
You see, she could be a bad wrestler, but a cool person. I'd be like, okay, great. No, Mercedes Moné, like whatever her actual last name is, she is a bad human.
Yeah.
She is a bad person. That's the difference. How CMLL, can you guys get a clue? This
Arena Mexico's half empty because AEW is there.
This building was built for this fucking promotion. And somehow you guys can't fill the building.
Yeah.
At all. The numbers do not lie. There were 4,000 tickets that were not bought from this. And they actually had to reduce the number down. You people are so dumb. This was smack dab in the middle of the show. I confirmed it. The original picture was posted in the middle of the show.
Yay us.
So don't come at me with that. This is empty. This is emptier than empty. And this had Mystico. This had a women's world champion match. Now, maybe it would have benefited from like an Ultimo Guerrero or a Templario or whatever the fuck. But this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
AAA are geniuses when it came to pulling out of that deal quickly. Same thing with TNA.
Yeah.
Same thing with TNA. They're like, fuck you. At New Japan, they're not quite getting it. They should probably get it soon.
Yeah.
The lawsuit. The lawsuit. So I had the video of it, but it was being a butt today, so I just took a screenshot. This was the incident where a production crew who was hired on by the building, this was not an AEW guy,
Right.
Was supposed to give Jon Moxley a screwdriver, and Moxley just shoves him randomly. He is suing Moxley and AEW for damages, for personal injuries,
And how long ago was this?
Pain and suffering. This happened, I think, like Sunday last week or Monday.
Oh, okay.
When he filed the lawsuit.
No, I mean when did the actual incident occur? Because it was a number of years ago.
Yeah. This was like in 20. It was like right before the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
He was facing Kenny Omega in this steel cage match.
Oh, okay.
So it was a couple of years ago. I have no idea why he waited. I wonder.
Yeah, I don't. I would feel like this would be after like the that grace period that you're given.
Right.
I don't know what's I don't know the state laws. I'm not a lawyer.
Right. I'm going to assume it's like, well, how maybe they were waiting to see how much of all the bills were because
Maybe.
With all of the things, depending on where they were, sometimes you have to wait to sue to make sure that everything has been corrected and then give them the bill.
Right.
If I was Tony Khan, I would just write the guy a check and move on.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it would be. It's not going to be $1 million. Probably going to be a, 10, 12,000.
Yeah.
Just cut him a check and move on.
Yeah.
This would not be a good look for you
No.
at all.
No.
At all.
Go to trial.
No. And then finally, Hook had a concussion.
Yes.
This match confirmed. He confirmed it. Dave Meltzer lied to you. The Scoops dipshit lied to you. Sap bitch lied to you. They all lied to you. I told you the truth. I was the one who said that he had a concussion.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
Yeah, because I'm okay. I'm not happy that Hook had a concussion, but I knew he had a fucking concussion. He was groggy. He puked twice. It wasn't a tum-tum injury. That was a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
So you dipshits need to apologize to me.
Yes, everyone go and apologize.
Right now in the comments if you didn't think he had a concussion. If you thought he had a concussion, you are a smart person.
Yes.
And you don't have to apologize.
You are a stable genius.
You are a stable genius. Anyway, that was drama. When we come back, we got some news.
Yay.